Good morning and welcome to another edition of Bridgeway Talks. It's been a long time since we have had an episode. I think this time around we have got somebody who is an absolute fan of the Star. I think he and his family owned the Star for over 50 years right now. I think his first car was in 1971. I'm so glad to introduce Rameez here. Rameez, welcome to Bridgeway, and it's our pleasure to have you here. Rameez is related to Bridgeway in more than one ways. I think, more than the cars, what he owns, the stars, what he owns. He's very close to the Bridgeway family as such, the owners of Bridgeway, my managing director and the chairman. He also plays games with them. They're all hardcore football players, if I'm not wrong. And most importantly, he goes to the gym with me. So both of us have like super good physique. And welcome Rameez once again. And we have the same trainer too. Okay, welcome Rameez once again.
Thank you so much.
In my introduction, I just said that you are an absolute hardcore fan of Star, and I think you owned the first Mercedes in 1971 owned, right? Your family.
Yeah.
Just give us how that went.
I think it was a 69 114 or 115, something like that. Actually, the number was 786. And I think my grandfather was always ahead of his times. And he had just started a few years back the business. And, having a Mercedes-Benz and a Rolex watch and house was considered the epitome of success back in the days. Even now also.
Absolutely, yeah, even now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's part of his, to be good to achieve probably. So he had that car first, and I think probably when what I could remember, probably we had the 123, 124, and obviously he must have had a lot of cars, because my father was only 5 when he had his the family had the first car. And I was born only after 15-20 years, so obviously they would have changed a few cars then.
Right.
We had for a long time we had the 220D, I think, in red, and customized plates and things like that. And then we've kept updating with time. We actually used to import the cars because it was and still is very personal for us. Like how many ever cars we have, as you already know, we are mad about cars. We have a few force cars and things like that. But the S class is always like the king of the family. So like all the weddings, we make sure he's the one transporting everybody. It's always dressed up well, and we always had that respect. So obviously, once my grandfather passed away as well, my dad kind of inherited the S for himself, and then obviously we have the new one which you guys delivered last year. And I still don't think anybody has been able to replicate the quality. And we say we call it royalty as well as the S, because see, it's something that money can't buy, I think, because we have a lot of cars in that segment. But I still think for us as a family, you can probably pay more and get, but it still doesn't match up to.
It's more emotional, I guess. It's more attachment to the car.
51 years is like probably as old as my father, right? He's
So I'm 50. So you got your car before my birth. So I guess that's a super. So I think what really is happening is Rameez is the executive director of a company called as KRS, which I know as a logistics company who transports stuff for a lot of multinational companies. Give us a little bit more about KRS, Rameez.
So obviously my grandfather started the company in 62, and we actually started from Chennai to Cochin.
Oh, okay.
And him being from a place where there were a lot of truck drivers, he actually went to Chennai to become a truck driver.
Oh, okay.
But again, him being really motivated, he started this, and it was hard times initially, but then he kicked on obviously, and then my uncle joined, and then my father joined as well. And actually we have a Tata Mercedes-Benz collab truck still with us. It's again probably 40 years old. Maybe.
Wow.
And it's we have retired him now. Again, he's done his work. So let's say that way. So he's actually here in our office now, and we actually got featured in a few of the articles. So we have been linked to Mercedes-Benz for
long time.
in multiple ways.
In multiple ways.
And now we are into a third generation now, and we do a lot of logistics and we do a lot of 3PL activities like you said.
Okay.
We do a lot of transportation for Coca-Cola and then Tata Consumer and Perfecti and a lot of the companies. And so that's that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think over a period, I think a very humble beginning to what it is today. I think you would have seen you being the third generation of the business, if I'm not wrong, from your grandfather, then your father, and then you now. I think throughout the whole thing would have evolved into a much larger scale right now from what it was. Maybe you would be owning close to 500, 600 trucks right now. In
I think directly under the company we have around 200.
Okay.
But then, like I said, our stakeholders are quite big. So the number would come closer to what you're saying because a lot of our directors and family members, and then because most of actually all of the companies who are done good in Kerala have gone through us now, because maybe we do around 50-60% of the volume that comes into the state.
Oh, brilliant.
So, like again, there also we have a lot of collab with Bharat-Benz as well.
Okay.
Because single truck, maybe we have a Bharat-Benz, we probably have 50 to 60.
Okay.
And most of our suppliers also.
Okay.
We have a few very famous. Actually, one person who actually has a vlog is known as Putet Vlogs.
Okay.
They only drive Bharat-Benz trucks.
Oh, okay.
And the entire family takes a Bharat-Benz truck and they go to like Kashmir.
Work
related.
Okay.
And the wife drives. The daughter joins in. They cook. It's quite famous.
Oh, okay.
So we are linked in more than one way.
More than one way. I think I've just found out another way how Rameez's family is connected to Mercedes. Talking about coming back from truck to talking about cars. I know Rameez's family so well. I know his cousins, his brothers, and things like that. All of them are absolute car crazy guys. The moment you have a drive event which is organized, AMG drive event, I think the hands up is first for their family. I think all of them would be there for the drive event wherever we have it. And I think the passion for cars, what they have, it's just not for the Mercedes, but the other cars, what they have, I think it's phenomenal. The amount of knowledge they have about the car, and it's very rare you find at such young age you have so much knowledge about cars, and how these cars. But I have a very very typical question for you. I don't know whether. Would you prefer an electric car to a combustion engine?
Actually, to be very honest, that's something which we have not actually ventured into till now, because we don't have any electric cars now. Because we are saying we don't have because we are actually car mad people,
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna get there. I know you drive an electric car.
Yeah, I do drive an electric car, so I had the same mentality of I wanted the engine, but yeah.
See, I don't think the engine can be replaced.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some things you can't replace, but I think it's gonna get there.
Yeah.
It's gonna get there. If there is some ambiguity regarding the battery and battery life.
So I think the whole technology has evolved over the period. Right now, I think if you look at, we have a plethora of electric cars.
Your cars are getting more beautiful and technology.
Yeah. So now we have just launched the EQA, and we have the EQB. Now we have the EQS. We have the EQS SUV, which is going to come. We have the EQE. Yeah. So I think we have a complete range of electric cars, and I think the infrastructure today is much more stronger than what it was, because since I drive an electric car, I think it's initially I had that fear of losing, but I think over a period it has changed. But I think in the next buy, what would it be? Would it be an AMG, a Maybach, a S-Class?
I think obviously, like you said, the Maybach, probably the SUV is obviously something to look up to, because yesterday, we were traveling in the S, and the roads have not been very supportive. For a car like that.
Okay.
Although it's like an epitome of luxury. Probably the potholes are becoming
Indian roads.
So I think going SUV will be, and the car looks so good now, right?
Yeah.
The double color, dual tone cars are looking very nice. But I think in terms of electric cars as well, I've always been keen to buy one, because the drive quality in the city is obviously very nice.
Right.
You already know.
Right.
But and one more thing is that because you guys have coming with the newer models, right?
Right.
And the smaller models, I think you guys will be able to sell more as well.
Yes.
Because initially, obviously, when you came, it was kind of expensive, and
right.
it's just that for example, like say, when you guys came out with the first combustion engine car, see, people didn't know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
So until you use it.
Yeah. You need to get more this thing on the car, yeah.
And so I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be good going forward.
Yeah.
And I think the ranges are also getting better.
Yeah, range is getting better, and I think people are accepting the cars much more than what they used to. Earlier, we had to tell them why use an electric car, but today I think people know why an electric car. It's only a question. I think
smaller cars will sell more because see now, like personally for us as well, we're using the public transport more, like trains, and other sorts of things. So for a longer duration travel, so we are only using our cars within the city.
Yeah.
So I think personally now better is going to be smaller, compact
cars, electric, which can take
park.
over.
Yeah. And then the problem of range also doesn't affect you as much.
Yeah. Talking about public transport and this thing, which is the longest drive you have done on your Mercedes? How long have you driven?
Oh, I think once we actually bought a car from Bombay or something, and we drove down from there.
Oh, okay.
And although we are mad about driving, we have not had the typical, Leh-Ladakh trip or something.
Okay.
It's more short and fast.
More short and fast. And I think it's more for power, I guess. You would love to rev the engines.
And I think you can, we have had multiple trips with you guys as well to Coimbatore.
Yeah.
And see, for the cars and the quality of engine that you guys have, see, it's only fair that you drive it on track, right?
Yeah. Track driving is definitely much better, yeah.
And you guys supply us with the tires as well, so you can drive it at...
No, so anytime. So I think we have a track event coming very soon. I think most of us will love to have you over here. I think thank you so much, Rameez, for being here today. It's a pleasure once again. It's been very short, but I really loved interacting with you today.
Thank you so much.
And as I said, his relationship with Bridgeway is much more than just a car. It's just not a transaction. And I think we wish you all success.
Thank you so
much. We wish you all happiness, and we wish you buy more cars from us.
Likewise, because Bridgeway is more like a family. Yeah. Because your MD chairman, my dad said yesterday as well. Your chairman actually asked my dad to change the Mercedes-Benz that he was buying.
Wow.
To actually make it more powerful. So. Thing is, we have been listening to you guys for a long time.
No, thank you.
Which Mercedes-Benz to buy. So obviously, going forward, it's going to be,
I think with the new generation, I think this relationship has become much stronger from the first to the third generation. I think today is a very strong day. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
And wish you a wonderful day ahead. Have fun. Thank you so much. Take care.